I'm Ved Tanna, Associate Director in Taxation in Choice Group, and today we are going to start with the Investor Taxation series. Let me explain about the today's topic, that is income of individual from trading in shares. In the individual trading in shares, there are several factors which can decide your taxation part. There are basic tax criteria, tax rate, which depends on certain factors. And at the end, I will explain you about this topic through a simple example. For a normal layman, he is always an investor, but for income tax purpose, it depends on the several factors wherein you can decide it as an investor or a trader. And let me remind you that investor and a trader both are taxed at a different rate. First, let me discuss about the holding period. In the holding period, there are basically four criteria. First one is the intraday, wherein you are selling the shares after buying in the same day. Second one is the short-term trading, wherein you are holding the share for less than 12 months, but volume of transaction in that 12 months period is little high. Third one is the holding the share up to 12 months, but volume of trading in that 12 months is little low. And last one is the long term, wherein you are holding share for more than 12 months. Let me explain you how this classification will change depends on the holding period. First one, as you written intraday, wherein you are treated as a trader because you are selling and buying in the same day. And as mentioned here, that trader will be taxed as a business income. Second part is the short term, wherein you're holding shares for less than 12 months. So you can be considered as a trader, but if you are treated as a trader, you have to tax as a business income. Third will be the volume of transaction is low, holding period is less than 12 months. You can be considered as an investor depending on the factors that you have sold, where volume of transaction is very low. And as you are an investor, you will be taxed as a capital gain. And last one will be the long-term capital gain. That is, the option is given to the taxpayer whether you want to pay tax as a trader or an investor, and you can decide the head of taxation, that is capital gain or a business income. Other factors which is very important, and basically there are three factors which are very important for the deciding the tax rate. And first one is the source of money. Whether this you have invested in the share trading, what is the source of money? Whether you are taken from the loan or you have invested from the savings. What is the primary source of income? Whether you are mainly involved in share trading or you are doing trading activities simultaneously with other activities like employment or a business. And last one is the demat account. Whether you are maintaining separate demat account for the holding period based on the holding period, where you are holding shares for less than 12 months, you will hold in the one demat account. And if you are holding shares for long term period, then you have to hold that share in the separate demat account. Once you have decided taxation based on the criteria, that is holding period, source of money, demat account, and the primary source of money or not, after that you have to calculate the tax, ultimately gain amount on which you have to pay the tax. So as you are a trader, then your income will be taxed as a business income. In that case, you will calculate capital gain, and then you will pay the tax at the slab rate, which is normally for the individual having age below 60, that is 2,50,000, you don't have to pay any tax. Up to 5 lakh, you have to pay 5%. Then 5 to 10 lakh, you have to pay 20%, and above 10 lakh, you have to pay 30%. This basic limit will change if your age is above 60, that is 3 lakhs for the senior citizens, and for the super senior citizen, it will change to 5 lakhs, that is for the age above 80. And obviously, this tax rate will be added with the education tax and surcharge as may be applicable in your case. Lastly, here for the capital gain, that will be depend on the holding criteria. If you are holding shares for the less than 12 months and that is short term, then in that case you have to pay tax at the rate of 15%. If you are holding shares for more than 12 months, you have to pay tax at 10% as in long term capital gain. Just a small note that from the 1st April 2018, law is changed, so you don't have to pay tax up to the 1 lakh if you are offering this as a long-term capital gain. And lastly, let me explain you this entire topic with the help of simple example, wherein if say you are earning income from salary, say 10 lakhs, you are earning short-term capital gain of say 1 lakh rupees from the equity, you are also earning profit from the FNO trading of say 1 lakh rupees, and lastly the intraday equity trading, wherein also you are earning 1 lakh rupees. So basically, this different income will be categorized in the different head of income, wherein the salary income will be taxed at the slab rate. So that will be separate part. Your FNO trading and intraday trading will also be considered as a business income. That will also tax at the slab rate. But this short-term capital gain from equity will be taxed at a fixed rate, that is 15%, as I mentioned in my previous slide. So your total income will come to 12 lakh depending on the criteria. So as I mentioned, on the 12 lakh, you have to pay tax at the slab rate, that is 1,72,500. In the specific, that is short-term capital gain, you have to pay tax at the rate of 15%. So on 1 lakh, you have to pay 15,000, and this 1,72,000 plus 15,000 will come to your total tax liability, which comes to 2 lakh rupees, on which applicable surcharge and cess will be added. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Also share this video with your friends and family. And in the chat box, you can share your queries and we'll try to solve it at the earliest. Thank you.